Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the Wound Up channel. In this video I'm going to be unboxing and giving you kind of a mini review of the Squale 30 ATMOS GMT, otherwise known as the TROPIC GMT. This watch has been very nicely lent in by a fellow supporter here in Sweden, so thank you very much for that. And without any further ado, let's just get straight into the box and take a look at this very interesting GMT watch. In terms of its form, the box is quite ordinary. However, of course, the blue color of it is quite special. So let's open it up. And there it is, the Squale 30 ATMOS GMT. So let's get closer and take a look at the watch. So first of all, the diameter of this watch is 42 millimeters. Its lug-to-lug distance is 49 millimeters. And the watch is 13 millimeters thick. It has quite an annoying lug width of 21 millimeters instead of 20 or 22. This does greatly limit your options in terms of aftermarket straps. So yeah, that's not very nice. Alright, so as you can see, we have got a very nice design of this watch. I do really like it. We have a bicolored ceramic bezel. It has 120 clicks. It is very solid and quite easy to manipulate. The bezel scale is, of course, as you can see, a 24-hour scale. And because you can turn it, that also means that you'll be able to display 3 different time zones with this watch. On the dial, neither the markers or any logos or printing is applied. Instead, everything is just that, printed. And honestly, I don't have a problem with that in this case because it fits the design of the dial very well. We have got some kind of beige colored lume on all 4 of the hands, and also of course on the markers on the dial. In terms of the hour and minutes hand, we have got a very basic design, and I'm glad that Squale here did not go with the Mercedes hands and decided to do something of their own instead. And also I think that the red GMT hand and the corresponding red text on the dial gives this dial some more flair to it. It really does look nice. And the background of the dial itself is a matte black. It looks great. So now let's get into the case and the bracelet of this watch. The case, as explained before, is 13 millimeters thick. I think it's a nice thickness. It's neither too thick or too thin for a watch like this. It does have a slight curve of the lugs, and the watch is very comfortable on the wrist. In terms of finishing, we have got a polished side of the bezel. We have a polished side of the case. And also we have a brushed top of the lugs. The crown has got a satin finish here and a polished finish on the side with the Squale logo. And the crown itself is very nice. The crown on this watch is actually one of the most smooth that I've ever felt on a watch. I would say, as a comparison, the smoothness and the overall feel of the crown is just as good as on my old Omega SMPC. It is not quite up there with the Rolex Explorer, but it is close. It is a large crown, it's very easy to use, and yeah, just overall fantastic. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that, of course, we have a date function on the dial this time around with a magnifying glass on top of it. At first I was a bit hesitant as to if I like it or not, but after some time with the watch, I do have to say it does kind of disappear. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't really care either. So now the bracelet. The bracelet of this watch is very sturdy. It is quite thick, as you can see, and it is resized with screws, which is great to see at this price point. It basically does not have any flexing to it whatsoever. And most of the bracelet is brushed except for the sides of the bracelet. And yeah, overall the design of it, I think it's very fitting of this watch. And yeah, I like it. It's a very comfortable bracelet. And I don't have any problems with the bracelet itself whatsoever. The clasp, I do quite like the clasp. We have some milled out parts here which are polished. We have a diverse extension on the clasp, and we have 4 holes for micro adjusting, although we do not have any toolless micro adjust. The clasp itself is decent. I would have liked it to be a little bit more maybe sturdy or thick, to be more fitting of this watch's overall stance on the wrist. But yeah, it's not a huge problem whatsoever. So now let's talk about the movement that's inside of here, which is also a very nice part of this watch. Inside of this, we have got the ETA 2893-2 movement, which has a quick set GMT and date function. It hacks, it hand winds, and overall it's a workhorse of a movement. You'll find this movement inside of a lot of different GMT watches, ranging anywhere from, you know, $600 to thousands of dollars. It really is a great movement. And in this particular watch, it has been performing very nicely at about plus 1 second per day. So yeah, fantastic movement inside of this watch. So now, without any further ado, let's put the watch on my 19.5 centimeter wrist. And there you go. Here is the watch on my 19.5 centimeter wrist. I think the size and the weight of this watch overall is perfect for my wrist. The bracelet is very comfortable. The watch itself is heavy and sturdy and feels well built, but it isn't so heavy that it feels annoying. In terms of thickness, as you can see here, this is how thick the watch is on the wrist. I think it looks great, and I do love the design here of the crown guards. So yeah, please do feel free to let me know what you guys think about this watch in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye bye.